In this video, we're going to take a look at another Town Hall 9 air attack. This one was executed on the number 2 enemy base, Castile. Go ahead and take a look at his base setup. As you can see, we got 3 stars on it. Okay, this is a widespread base. There's a lot of empty green space between point defenses. Normally, you would not want to do balloons on a base like this because they take so long to move around that the cleanup would be particularly difficult. I've been favoring the Queen Pop attack at Town Hall 9, but this is not going to be a Queen Pop attack, and the reason for it is the Queen is on the outside edge here. In a Queen Pop, you basically identify one of the air defenses that you can take out, and then you create a triangle with the Queen inside that triangle so that you can focus as much collateral damage on her as possible in order to defeat her. That's the challenge. But when somebody puts their Queen on the outside edge, she's completely exposed, she's easy to get to, we can take her out with our king. We don't have to get real creative on this. We just need to make sure that, she goes down at the right time. So this is actually just a lavaloon attack. You can see the troop layout here. I've got 4 lava hounds. There's 1 in the clan castle. All the rest are balloons. We had a scout on this base, so we know that there's nothing to fear inside this clan castle. I think it's all ground troops. So we don't have to worry about luring or triggering. We also don't have to worry about the queen, so this should be an easy base to take out. Same spell configuration. We've got the 2 lightnings with 1 earthquake, so we can take out 1 air defense, and then we've got speed spells here so that we can move the balloons around faster on the board. So here's the plan. We're going to wait on the queen. We're going to do her in essentially like the 3rd phase of the attack. And I'll get into the reason for that in a minute. So the first thing I do is identify which of the 4 air defenses we want to take out. And I'm going to go with this one because there's actually overlapping fire between 2 of these air defenses. So I would like to take that one out so that I can bring the hounds with a row of balloons behind them here. Another couple of hounds here with a row of balloons behind them there. I guess I should point out that the other problem I have with this base is I have 2 expos that are pointed to the air. So they're essentially 2 more air defenses. But if I can focus on these 2 air defenses, then my balloons will take out those two expos. Another thing that we've noticed here is that there's 2 air sweepers that are pointing at each other. So they're kind of creating a vortex here that will create problems for our balloons. So I'm going to use this haste later in the game. It's just like in a Queen Pop attack, you use it to speed them along to get them to the last air defense, which in this case is going to be that air defense. So hopefully I can overcome the windstorm that's created in the middle and get that last air defense down. Now, when to take out the queen? I'm going to wait until most of this area is pretty much under control, get that haste down, and then I'm going to drop my king over here because the last thing I want is to have this queen move up here when she sees the balloons coming in to attack that last defense. I don't want her moving in to help it out because she'll start popping my balloons. It'll be harder for the king to get to her. Now the king has got to go through point defenses that are going to be shooting at him. So the timing on this is going to be when to place that king to take out that queen. I don't want to place him too early because then I'll lose him for cleanup. I could place him right first thing. I could just drop him right here. He'll zero in on the queen. But then you've got all these point defenses that I don't have anybody attacking. Whichever way he goes, he and the queen, my queen, are going to get shot up. But I really need them for cleanup because that's my biggest challenge on this base. So again, just to review, we're going to take out this air defense. We're going to send in 2 hounds on that one, 2 hounds on that one, a row of balloons here, a row of balloons here, do the haste spell here so that we can take care of that. I'm going to keep a couple of balloons in reserve to help me out with cleanup. I might need to drop them around on the outsides over here. So that is the basic plan. And let's see what actually happens. All right, so rolling. There go the lightning spells. And then the quake follows up. Take out that air defense. So clan castle hound goes down first, second hound. First wave of balloons. Then the 2 other hounds, second wave of balloons. So everything's going according to plan. Drop that rage, get those balloons in there, help to speed things up. You'll notice I put in some balloons over here on this outside edge because I kind of noticed that I had a few balloons drifting over here. I would really like to get these point defenses down so I can redirect those balloons back down here. I don't want the classic dragon problem of having my balloons spread out all the way around the base here. So I've dropped a few of my spare balloons in order to try to prevent that from happening. The Expos, you can see they're shooting at all the pups. Oh, okay, I should mention this. So I've dropped my king. And the reason I've dropped my king is that I noticed that in that windstorm, all 4 Teslas, well, there's 3 of them here, but there will be 4, the Teslas popped up here. So now I have a problem. Not only do I have a vortex, I have quite a wall that my hounds and my balloons have to get through in order to get to this last air defense. So I can't fool around with the queen. I've got to get these balloons down here now in order to get that air defense. So I have to take out the queen before I've even placed my haste spell down. So there's my king, there's my queen. We're going to take her out so she won't be a threat. We'll get those balloons in here. One thing I have going for me at this point is that I still have 2 lava hounds. They are going to zero in on that last air defense, so they're going to fly right over all of these Teslas. So hopefully they can absorb as much damage as possible. Meat shield for these balloons. I've got a group that's way far out in the corner. I need to get them into the game. These guys will probably get over here. Then I should be able to take out that air defense without any problem. My king and my queen have split. There's that 4th Tesla tower. I placed my haste spell down. Oh, but look at that. All those balloons are gone. The ones that were hasted, they were shot down. So now at this point, I'm in a little bit of a panic because I can see that things aren't exactly unfolding. And mind you, this is only like 10 seconds beyond my last decision point. So I have a lot of balloons here, but my lava hound has popped. You can tell I've got all these little pups here. So I don't really have anything distracting this air defense. And I've got all of these balloons that are really on the wrong side. If these balloons here can make it down, I'll be golden. But if they get shot up by these Teslas who are now working on these balloons, I'm going to have trouble. So I placed these balloons down here to try to kind of get it in a bit of a pincer movement. This was a mistake. In retrospect, I should not have done that because these balloons are now going to be slowed down by attacking those point defenses. What I should have done is put those balloons here so that they would be mostly out of range of those Teslas that are causing all the problem. So they would come in on this side, fly over all the point defenses that are already gone. But I made that mistake, and you're going to see what happens here. It makes things a lot closer than they needed to be. So the Teslas are continuing to grind away at my balloons, who are not going after the air defense, naturally, because that's not the closest point defense to them. I'm losing a lot of lava pups here, which I need in order to do my cleanup. Finally, the Teslas are gone, but so are the main balloon force. I still got a couple balloons. Maybe they can get there to do the job. Okay, so let's zoom in. I've lost all of my balloons. There's still an air defense left, and he has about 10 hit points. But what are the odds that these pups are going to get to that air defense? Not good. I've got a storage here that they'll work on, a storage here that they'll work on, and while they're doing that, this rocket launcher will shoot them all down. I can see it happening. Things are not looking good. That one air defense is probably going to stop me from winning this war. But there is still hope because my heroes are still alive, and they're still alive because we waited to place them down until a lot of point defenses were gone. So you'll see that the king is the one who saves the day here. He's going to break into that compartment. He's going to take out that last air defense. The other stroke of luck that I had here is that these, well, let get that out of there. These pups did not go this direction. They went this direction away from that air defense. So they are cleaning up the mess around the outside. So they, if I didn't have that king there, these pups, while they would clean up this side, they would eventually have to make their way over to that air defense. and they would have had to, well, they would have been distracted by the buildings that were in the way, and the air defense would have shot them all down. So, stroke of luck there, but also some good strategy. So we ended up restarring this base after all, using a lavaloon attack.